Isabel's unexpected presence yanked Keegan back from the brink of temptation. Saints! He'd almost told Seona exactly what he wished for. A kiss. He'd hungered to claim her lips for months, but he couldn't do it now. He wanted to kick himself. Isabel grinned as she approached. I hope you can forgive me for the interruption, Keegan, but Lady Patience is looking for Lady Seona. Dirk went to tell her we were taking advantage of the privacy of the bushes for, you know. Keegan nodded. That's not a problem. When he glanced back at Seona, her face was rose-coloured. She was so lovely when she blushed. He wanted to grin, but clenched his jaw instead. I thank you again for your generosity, Seona told him as she moved toward Isabel. Keegan gave a brief bow. My pleasure. Watching the lass walk away, he regretted not making use of the brief amount of time they'd had together and stealing a kiss. Slut, he muttered. Nay, he should never kiss her. He turned away to stare at the waterfall in the distance. The natural beauty of it only made him think about Seona and how he wished she was still by his side. He'd treasured watching the wonder and delight on her face as she'd looked at it. She had wished to go closer to it, and he was more than willing to take her. But that was impossible at the moment, just as impossible as the two of them being together. Kissing her would only make him yearn for more, and that would be of no benefit to him. Truth was, Seona could never belong to him the way Isabel belonged to Dirk. His chest ached with regret. Are you well? A deep voice came from behind him. Keegan turned to find Dirk standing there. Aye. Were you doing what I think you were doing with Lady Seona? Dirk asked. Was he teasing Keegan? 'Twas a rarity. Depends on what you were thinking. I didn't kiss her, if that's what you mean. Och. Well, you're not as much of a rogue as I thought. Dirk gave a slight grin. I wanted to, Keegan confessed. Damned badly. But that would have been madness. She's a lady, and her father will never approve of me. Dirk frowned, considering Keegan closely for a long moment. You want to marry her? He asked, as if realization was suddenly dawning. Of course. 'Twould be my fondest dream. Dirk raised a brow. When did you decide this? Keegan shrugged. Months ago. I know it seems daft, considering I hadn't actually talked to her much until today. But when you meet the perfect woman for you, you just know somehow. Am I right? Indeed. I respect your honesty. I was not quite so honest with myself when I was falling for Isabel. I thought I was going mad having such feelings for her. But in truth, 'tis normal. I have never been so happy in my life as I am now. Dirk grinned and glanced back toward the camp, most likely hoping to catch a glimpse of his wife. I greatly admire what you and Isabel have. 'Tis what I want to share with Seona, but... Keegan shook his head, knowing he was wishing for something he could never attain. You never know. Why don't you ask for her hand? Everyone has said her father insists she marry a chief or someone with a title and property. Dirk observed him, his expression serious. If you truly want her, don't let her go. Isabel was betrothed when I met her, and I was certain she was beyond my reach too. But 'twas not the case. Sometimes you must take a chance. Keegan nodded, though he didn't know how he could marry Seona if her father wouldn't permit him to. What would happen if Keegan stole her away? Although kidnapping a bride was common practice among some clans, surely her father and his men would hunt Keegan down like an outlaw if he dared such a thing.